friends, or now newly called BaldHead's podcast. Got some of my guys on here today. We got a very serious topic. I'm about to put you in there, let you get in there real good. G. To the right of me, I got my dog, my uncle in the game, one of the coldest motherfuckers, Mojo. If y'all don't know him, that's possibly because you are no one in your life has been miserable. Got my dog, I ain't gonna say one of my best friend, motherfucker who saved me more than I could record shit. Or man, this motherfucker did a lot. My man Lil D, 69th Street, born and raised. And today the topic is gonna be very serious. Probably ain't gonna be too many jokes, but it's gonna be some real shit. We talking about accountable men, accountability of men, and the situations that are going on that are plaguing our neighborhood. And I'm not just talking about where I'm from, I'm talking about Inglewood, I'm talking about basically the whole Chicago. So, Lil D, if you over there done messing with your contraption that you can't control, this motherfucker probably done went live first. This is the first time he ever went live.
Yeah, that's why I'm having problems.
This motherfucker going live. What? I can't go live. Do my location got to be on for me to go live. Hell yeah. But we're going to let D, he going to lead the trap today.
We can let Mo sing. I mean, basically, we're talking about accountable men. So the stuff that's happening in our community, I believe, and many of y'all may not agree with me, but I believe that if we had more stronger men, that none of this stuff would be, as much of it wouldn't be happening. If that's just my opinion of it on what's going on right now. So why don't y'all take it? Let me try to figure this stuff out here.
My opinion is people don't seem to care as long as it ain't directly affecting them. Then when it directly affects them, then they won't help. They don't want to get involved until it directly affects them. And we all need to get involved, whether we know it or not. It is affecting us.
It affects you directly because I think when any violence, type of violence hits, I think it affects, is it 3 or 5 ways it affects? One way it affects is the victim. That person is dead. It affects the person that killed them. That person is going to jail or will be killed. It affects the mother, the father. It affects the brothers. It affects the community. If you say Inglewood, I'm just, because it's a lot of other places. If you just say Inglewood, the first thing somebody goes, oh, it's bad over there. They're killing people over there. You say Arbor Gresham, they're saying the same thing. So those murders affect the neighborhood. It affects the cost of things. It affects property value, all of that. So that shit is very, oh yeah, we cuss on here too, because I cuss a lot. But it affects so many ways that you might not see. A little brother, big brother that got killed. Now his guidance is gone because he probably don't have a father at home. So that guidance, that big brother that was gonna guide him to keep going to school, get a job, be prosperous, is gone. So now you got another loose cannon growing up without a father figure. Or even if he was a father, the father is killed now, his kids ain't got a father no more. So it's a lot of different variables and ways that gun violence or any type of violence affects people in the community and households.
Well, I figure we as a people, well, no, let's just take neighborhoods. I figure if a few people in the neighborhood stand up and people see them standing up, they would join them. But right now, people laying back, letting stuff happening, know it's happening, know who did it, know this and that, and still don't care because it didn't affect them. God forgive, well, no, I ain't gonna even say that. I'll say God, yeah, I don't want to cross that line.
Don't say it.
No, I don't want to cross that line, but what's happening is people in the neighborhood know who doing all this ruckus and this and that and this and that, and they scared to say something.
Right.
You know.
Well, one of the things though is what people got to understand is if me and you do something, I get caught, then I tell on what we was doing. That's tricking. That's snitching. But if somebody is trying to hurt you, harm you in any type of way, and you tell that's the person that did it, that's not tricking. And for those of y'all that don't know, I already lost a child at 16 years old in 2010. So I understand the dynamic of the violence. So the violence in the community is very real. But I believe, and again, this is just me, that it stems from the men.
Lack of.
Well, what I call them is boys of age. So the boys of age, you got individuals that are certain age, which they call, or they say they're grown, but not, because they don't act in that manner. If that makes sense to you guys.
Right. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Get this right here. I'm gonna change this.